Brian Harman's coming in. What's up, man? How are you?
How you doing, bud?
I was just trying to explain to the audience, I know you won it in 2023, but how much people love the Clarit Jug. And I really had no idea about it until yesterday. But people love this Clarit Jug so much.
People love to party with it.
They do, right?
It's so much fun to party with.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, everyone wants to drink out of it. It's the grossest.
Right.
I open up the inside of this thing, and I drank out of it for a couple times. I'm like, I'm never drinking out of this ever again.
Well, I guess the key would be to drink. You got to start drinking. And then it becomes okay to drink out of it because that's what you're not even thinking about anymore.
Yeah, you get way past it. I saw this thing where these guys were drinking this water that had unfroze from Antarctica or something. They're like, no, it could be the grossest water in the world. You got millions of years of bacteria that are just coming back from.
It's just been sitting there
wherever.
Yeah, and our bodies haven't been conditioned to accept any of that bacteria.
Yeah, that trophy's 150 years old. Yeah, there we go, right there.
And you're drinking.
That was the first night. That was the last time, I think.
First time, last time. Grand opening, grand closing.
Last time.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, it's a 150-year-old trophy.
Right.
I mean, there's no telling.
No way. No way. I mean, who knows what ungodly fluids went into that jug?
I don't even want to think about it.
No. Did you carry it around when you had it? Because you get it for a year, right?
Well,
did they give you a replica to save?
You get a replica, but they give you this. It looks like you're carrying around something from a brass set in a playing in an instrument. You carry it around, and
what do you carry it in? Does it have a bag?
It's like this huge case that opens up like you were carrying a tuba or something.
Right.
And you roll it right through the airport, and
you have to carry it on or check it.
I checked it coming home.
That's wild.
So nervous.
That's insane.
It's actually and I flew back into Syracuse because we were renting a lake house up at Skinny Atlas Lake.
Love that.
So
you're rolling it into the Syracuse airport?
The Clarit Jug got checked to the Syracuse airport,
God.
so it comes right out the belt. Here we are.
There's just checking it into a 2-gate airport.
7 people. Lovely airport you have up there in Syracuse.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I traveled it many times. But there's 150 years of history in this thing, and some guy from Syracuse is just throwing it into the back of an airplane with a bunch of others.
Same guys jumping through tables or handling the Clarit Jug.
Well, man, is it a bummer to give that back, or were you like, no, I mean, I won the thing.
It is, but it's a it's like a piece of history. It's cool to have it. It's nice to be a part of it, but it's fine to give it back to. I was ready to part with it. To be perfectly frank,
nobody ever tried. Yeah, because it's cool to have it and everything, but number one, you got to give it back. So it's like you can't throw it in storage.
Well, it becomes a part of for a year. It's basically a part of everywhere you go. Are you gonna bring the jug?
And people expect it.
Yeah, you should bring it. You should totally bring it.
You should definitely bring the jug.
God, I don't want to bring that thing anymore.
Yeah, you're doing media appearances and you walk in, and everybody's like, "Where's the?"
They're looking at it, not at you.
Right. It gives you a complex.
Just yelling at the jug at home. This is not about you.
Yeah. But people do. They say it's one of the most beautiful trophies in sports. Now, have you? Forgive my ignorance. Have you won any of the tournaments that earn you a jacket? I'm assuming.
No jackets.
No jackets.
No jackets. There's the green jacket, of course.
Right.
Finished third a couple weeks ago at a tournament that awards a plaid jacket.
Well, was it a red plaid or because I know one does a blue plaid?
Red plaid. And I think there's one more. I think Colonial in Texas awards a jacket. So that would be the jacket slam, I suppose, if you won all 3.
Yeah,
there you go. Red plaid. Lovely jacket.
It does feel like one of those things that, in the moment, you put the jacket on, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool because I won the tournament. But then you get home.
Never wear. Yeah, you would never.
Like, yeah, this jacket sucks.
This jacket sucks. This jacket does not look great.
This is a hideous jacket.
No, a Halloween party or a funny Christmas dress up. Maybe.
Right. You get drunk and put the jacket on and throw up all over it or something like that. Are there a lot of people that are playing professional golf? Is it a big party?
Not anymore.
Not really, right?
When I first got out there, it was guys partied a lot, but now it's big business. Guys are working out and eating right, and it's
Isn't that wild?
It is wild.
You
man.
got into it for fun, right?
Yeah, because like all the veterans when I got out there, we would all go out and have beers and see the town, and now no one does it.
Well, everybody's watching everything. They're arresting people just for driving into the...
Oh, yeah, just for assaulting someone with a vehicle. What a horrible thing to be arrested for. Man. Shout out Scottie. He's my boy. He's the best. He's the best. And of the entire tour, Scottie, he would tell you he's the same. He's a milk and cookies guy.
Right.
He is at bed at 9, up at 6. Doesn't miss a feeding with the kid. He's the best dad in the world.
Right.
He's the last guy.
Yeah, he's got a mugshot.
He gets arrested. We're like, oh, come on, man. That guy? No way.
Are you guys when he gets arrested, are you guys all like talking about it, like of all people?
Well, I played with him the day he got arrested.
Oh, that's great.
I was paired with him at the PGA Championship.
Oh, that's great.
And so Thursday, he comes out, and it's his first round as a father. He just had a kid. And so I'm like, man, that's great. First round as a father. The next day, I joke, they have to escort him to the tee box.
Yeah.
Everyone's, just
he's in shackles,
a lot of
ankles,
anti-police mentality on the first tee that day. Yeah. A lot of support for Scottie. And I said, man, yesterday first day as a father. Today first day as a convict. This is incredible. Yeah. This is incredible.
Get to
Part of history.
Now, do you go for us? Who don't do anything professionally. I don't even do this professionally. But for us, you'd go, I don't understand how you can get back into the game after something as traumatic as that happens. Do you see it that way, or do you go, no, we're just wired?
I actually think it's pretty easy to, obviously I've never been arrested and play golf the same day, but it's easy to compartmentalize out there because, when I go to the course, I'm not really Brian the dad anymore. I'm Brian the golfer. I have to separate those two things. And, for me, it's hard, when my family comes out and watches because you get competitive, you get, you're a different person out there. You turn into it's serious business. And so I think he did a really good job of being able to, okay, I did get arrested. That sucks. But
that was Scottie the guy, not Scottie the player.
Now Scottie the golfer's here.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Yeah, because your family, if they're sitting there watching you, they're going to want to wave. They're going to want to blow a kiss. They're going to want to.
I feel the same way. I see my kids I want to go.
But now you're out.
But now I'm out of it.
Right.
I'm not doing what I need to be doing.
And you got to stay in it the whole time.
The whole time.
Is it exhausting?
That's the hardest part about golf. Is it takes so long, and there's so much time in between action, where you're walking, and you're constantly. If you're leading a golf tournament, you're thinking about it for days, hours, days, and time management with golf is the biggest thing. Hitting a baseball. And hitting a baseball is an incredibly hard thing to do, but it's very reactionary. All right.
Yeah.
Very reactionary. Here comes the ball, I hit it. Where it's I have to the wind, the this, the that, and I feel like shit.
Yeah, you have to wake up early.
And are all day.
Yeah. So you still if it's a big tournament, it'll be days before the tournament, stuff will start clicking in?
Yeah. We play all year. I probably travel 30 weeks a year or so playing. Wow. And, when I'm home, it's probably 3, 4, 5 days a week working. So it's like a traveling circus, and it's full time, man. It's consumed my life since I was probably 11, 12 years old.
You still love it?
I do.
You do?
I don't love golf. I love competing. I love kind of finding out what you're made of when stuff gets really hard.
Yeah.
And then with golf, there's always something that's bothering you, the way you're driving it, the way you're putting it. And then just to be able to set your mind to something and then watch the results slowly start to trickle in, for me, that's super addictive.
Totally. Does your family know, okay, he's clicked in? Meaning maybe right after a tournament, you're the easiest guy to be around, your dad, and then all of a sudden, maybe it's 2 days before the next one and you're kind of somewhere else. Do they realize oh, okay, the golfers he's slipping off into golf world
It's
again.
Very mercurial because, if you have a good stretch, you go on the road, you have a good stretch, and everything's great. You go home, you're like, this is,
yeah,
Dad's back. But, when things aren't going good, it's, it's like, man, Dad's got to go to work. Dad's got to go.
Yeah.
I got to go, clock in and do what I know I need to do. And that part can be not fun sometimes, but.
Sure, because you want to be judged on who you are as a person, not as a golfer.
Of course.
Except people don't, most of us don't function that way, where it's we physically change to get into whatever profession we do, right?
That's right.
You just have to kind of.
It's like I said, you have to compartmentalize. It has to be. And when I'm at home, you got to be totally home. When I'm on the road, I'm on the road. When I'm playing, I got to be playing.
Yeah, totally. Explain to me, because I'm not a golf expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I was looking at a lot of what you've done, and you do this waggle.
Yeah.
Before you get up there, it's a wild thing to witness.
It's very unpopular.
yeah. I think there's a YouTube video called like
it's wildly unpopular.
Brian Harman is like impossible to watch or something like that. Like it's like
aren't people so sweet?
They're really nice about it too.
I can't wait. Yeah,
they put up the waggle count.
Boys I know the guys at NBC. They did me so dirty. Right?
Like why'd they do this?
Well,
you go up there, right? And
I'm wrecking everybody in the golf tournament. Like no one's beating me.
Right.
And so it's a boring golf tournament because I'm running away with it. And so like, well, we'll just make him look like an asshole instead. Like, oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Biggest tournament of my life. Why not?
Is that what was that? You were just destroying everybody. So like, we got to have something.
Got to have something. Yeah, we'll just try to ruin his reputation real quick. That'll work.
Yeah. Well,
why not?
Maybe.
Go nuts.
Man, I mean.
This isn't going to follow him around forever.
He's doing really well. If we could just like, maybe if we can't ruin his game, we could ruin his life.
Yeah, we could. Instead of defining him by all of his success, we'll just define him by this one little pre-shot thing he does.
Isn't that great that like
assholes.
Instead of
my God,
it's the result.
I mean,
it should be the result.
It should be. Yeah, but so. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's some
15 waggles is a lot of waggles.
There's some severe anxiety going on right there. There is a lot running through my head at those moments. Yeah, when I first got on tour, I was one of the fastest guys there. I'd go up, and it was out of there.
Yeah.
And I found myself twiddling my thumbs all day, waiting on everyone to get done, and that was making me crazy. Mm-hmm. And so I made the conscious decision. I'm like, well, I'm gonna slow down. And when I slowed down, then I got like, well, this is working pretty good. I'm not going to hit one until I'm totally ready. Mm-hmm. And that just got longer and longer and longer and longer. And I've dialed it way back now. They don't ever, what makes me mad is that I don't really do it anymore. But they never make a point to be like, oh, it looks like he's working really hard to try to make himself a little more agreeable to watch.
Yeah.
And I have. I've worked really hard on that.
But no one gives a shit. By the way, and by the way, the idea that like you not only have to be great at golf, which is already impossible, right, but now you're like, let me make myself more TV friendly.
Yeah, and I have to. Yeah, exactly.
Because they're tired of watching.
It's
right? Insane.
It's insane. I shouldn't care.
No, you should not care
at all. I should have slowed down. Golf needs a heel. Golf needs a good heel.
Are you kidding me? If I found out,
hey, you start counting, I'm never hitting it.
Bro,
I'm keeping you here all day.
It'd be my favorite thing to watch. Knowing, I would want people to start booing the waggle. Do you know? Okay, so when you're up there, when you were doing that, back before you decided to be agreeable to television.
Yeah. Just a good little PGA Tour boy, I guess, trying to be a little better to watch on TV.
When you get to like 7 or 8 waggles, do you know is there something in your head going oh shit, I'm doing a lot of these.
I'm doing it again. Here it goes.
But now the anxiety's up.
Because
now you're thinking about
worse.
Right. Now I got to keep going.
Way worse. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's like OCD when you start counting and you're like, well, I can't stop counting. And you're up to
I don't
16,
get
17 waggles.
When I watch that, I'm like, that guy needs help. Like I wish we had a little more empathy. I wish we'd try to help that guy.
Right. Not like, hey.
Not just like
he's doing good at everything else.
Find pictures of his kids on the internet and be like, oh, why are you waggling? Yeah, like,
it's not cool at all.
It's not cool.
It's not cool at all.
It's not cool.
All you're trying to do is be good at this thing that people like watching you do.
And like, you get done and there's always a big line of kids and stuff when you're signing and like you're signing for these kids and inevitably there's one kid's like, well, how many waggles did you get today? I want to take his flag. I want to throw it in the mud, and I just want to stomp it, ruin it.
He's a little kid. You're like, I have to.
Don't care.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
If you talk to me like a grown-up, I'm going to treat you like a grown-up.
That's right. That's 100% right. You should find his parent.
And man's world.
He's got to learn at some point.
Gonna learn today.
Insane. Yeah, and then I saw they got you again over in was it the UK?
Yeah.
Did they start giving you a real hard time?
Yeah. I like to hunt, man. I like to farm, hunt, be outside.
Yeah.
And it's just it was so odd because they kept asking me all these questions. I'm like, oh, they're so interested in my hobbies back home.
You thought it was nice.
I thought it was nice. Meanwhile, because they're, the way they ask it in these, accents, you're like, oh, what an agreeable way to ask someone.
Polite, proper.
And so I'm like, okay, well, they want to know, they want to know everything. So I'm being an open book and I'm telling them. And then the next day it's just like, oh, Harman's, the worst person in the world. It's like, it's one of those things when someone asks me a question wearing a leather belt, like where I get my meat from. I'm like, we're not really having the same conversation.
Right. The level of hypocrisy.
Yeah, we're not really talking about the same thing. You're wearing a cow's skin on your, on your waist.
And that's okay.
I go and I kill deer and I butcher them and eat them and feed my family with them. It's like we're
honestly, like, it's
not the same thing.
No. Number one, it's not the same thing. And number two, there's an overpopulation problem with deer anyway. If you weren't eating the deer, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
And it's I don't trophy hunt. I don't pay to go to Africa or do any of this stuff. I'm hunting on my own ground and I enjoy it. I like being outside.
Listen, I think bow hunting deer is a lot different than, paying $3 million so you can pretend that you hunted an elephant and stole his tusk.
Go shoot a lion with a collar on it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not doing that.
Exactly.
We're not doing that.
How long have you been a bow hunter?
Well, I grew up. My old man loved to go fishing. We used to fish all the time, and then he started getting into hunting when I was probably around a teenager, and then I just kept up with it. And I've got my own place down in Georgia now, and we take really good care of it. And like I love farming, man. I love being on a tractor. Love being outside. I love the way it all makes sense out there for me. It's a total getaway for me, and it's a great way for me to spend time with my kids. And man, I just love it.
And it's real world stuff, right? It's not
real,
like
man.
There's like these like pressures of, because in your professional life somehow you've entered into this world where there are millions of dollars riding on your ability to hit that ball, and you've got to have this all on your shoulders. So like, of course, when you get away from that. You want to just go back into bare bones.
Bare bones, man.
Sun above you. That's it's real world.
It's totally different. Your worries out there, like, man, how am I going to get the invasive grasses out of this field and get the natural forbs back, and then we'll get the bees back, and then they'll pollinate this, and then blah 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 blah. And it's like from a ground up thing, and it all circles back, and it's just fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
Are you good at it?
I mean, no, not really.
Right.
I spend a lot of time doing it. And
well, you're probably better than most.
Right? Yeah. I'm competent shooting as far as like hunting animals. They're a lot smarter than people think they are.
So you guys don't live upstate anymore. You live in Georgia, you said?
I live in Georgia, yeah, coastal Georgia.
Yeah, you like it?
I do.
Yeah,
I do, man. I love living close to the water.
Yes.
I don't know if I could ever do. Because
we got the Hudson River.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we're on the water too.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about people that we have to be, even when you're inland, everyone's always around a lake or a river or something.
Yeah.
Very rarely are people not within really close to water.
Yeah. Well, you want to feel, it's almost like Escape's right there. You know what I mean? We'll just go to the water.
I struggle with, I love New York, but that's what I struggle with here. I'm like, man, I couldn't leave if I had to.
Yeah.
If I had to leave, I couldn't leave.
No. What do you get? What's got you in New York right now?
Just the we're just partying. We're just having
Good
fun.
for you.
Yeah, we had a couple weeks off, so wife and I came up, get away from the kids, and go to the Comedy Cellar, eat some good food, and
that's amazing.
It's great. 2 days.
Oh,
right back to parenthood, and yeah, man, we love it. Love coming up here.
And how many kids do you have?
3. 8, 6, and 2.
Okay, so we have 8, 5, and 1.
Your oldest is a boy, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys watch wrestling together?
Yeah, me and my son do.
We were in Texas for a golf tournament, and I was flipping through, and my 6-year-old son comes walking by, and wrestling pops on, and he's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!"
Yeah.
I was wondering when you started, because when I was a kid, we went. I don't even know if they still do this. Does wrestling still travel around to like civic centers and with the? Not like it used to.
Like smaller buildings, you mean?
Yeah, so like non-televised wrestling.
Less that it still pops up here and there are like buildings here and there that it's like, well, we have so much history, we'll come back there once a year.
Yeah,
but they're not doing like 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year anymore.
I can remember going to the Savannah Civic Center and watching Kevin Nash wrestle The Big Show.
Yes.
And I was like, I can't believe that this isn't on television. Like,
Right.
This is such a big deal. Like, these guys, I mean, they were like the two biggest guys in the sport.
Yeah, yeah. And then you like hear stories of those like non-televised shows, and like Big Show was coming out like smoking a cigarette, like not caring about anything.
we when we were leaving, I can remember that, like there was like the escorts to get all the wrestlers out, and I remember watching the Big Show drive like a Ford Explorer, like out of
just like all like hunched over.
It was so odd looking.
Yeah, that really is. That's the humanizing side when you realize like, oh my God, like
here's one of my heroes, and he's just driving this shitty Ford Explorer. Like
10 minutes a day, he's a superstar, and other than that, his whole existence is uncomfortable.
Just a guy.
Just a giant guy. Yeah, yeah. So, well, my son started earlier, obviously, because it's in the home. He's surrounded by it. You know,
very much in the home.
Yeah, it was introduced to him at an early age. But yeah, no, he's locked in to the point where I'll be on the road and my wife will text me and be like, "No, we have it on. He has to watch it."
I can remember when we watched it. I'm like, wow, there's so many more chairs and tables than there used to be.
Oh yeah.
Like when you go a whole show, like one chair would have been. You're like, oh my God,
there was a chair shot.
That was a chair. There's a chair to the head every match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we love violence, and when you uptick it,
escalated.
There's no coming back. You know?
There's no going back.
Yeah, but it is interesting when you get out without the kids for even a couple days. Like I'm sure it's like these 2 days are like it feels like
we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
You get to dinner and you're finally like, we finally have a minute to talk, and then we talk about the kids.
Of course. Texting the babysitter. Like
everything okay? Yeah. We love it, man. It's cool to come up here.
Yeah.
It's nice to disappear for a little bit.
It's awesome. Well, look, man, you can follow Brian at Harman Brian on Instagram.
We're huge fans. We've watched it, we've watched you guys grow, and I'm just so glad you guys are getting a shot, man. This is our favorite version of the show, and it's been awesome.
That's awesome, man. I really appreciate that.
Heck yeah, man.